Hey creators, today we are going to do an interview with Ruben Chavez, who is crushing it on TikTok Shop right now. But I was first introduced to him a long time ago for the videos he made about the Amazon influencer program. So he's been in this product review space for a while, but has recently transitioned over to TikTok Shop and is doing incredible things there. And his channel, Rich Input, is really the go-to source right now for videos about how to do TikTok Shop. So really excited to talk to him about his journey and what he's doing. Let's head on over to the interview. And thanks for being on today. Just to get started, I have a couple quick fire questions. I've never asked these ones. Do you have a food that you hate to eat?
Oh, hate to eat. I'd say, well, it's not really, I guess it's more of a vegetable, but I don't really like celery like at all. I don't like the taste. I don't like the smell of it. So anything celery, onion for sure. If it has a lot of onion, oh, I can't do it.
Stay away from celery. When you are relaxing and you just want to veg out, do you have a favorite YouTube channel or even television show?
Yeah, that's interesting. I actually have a few different YouTube channels that I log into, and each YouTube channel has like its own algorithm based on the things that I want to watch during that time. So I've got one that's like more sports related, more entertainment, one that's like more on the business side. So depending on what I'm feeling, I'll go into that YouTube channel and I'll just watch those. It's not really specific YouTubers. Like each niche that I log into, it has its own YouTube channels. But like for sports, it's like Shannon Sharp and stuff. Undisputed, anything football related, I really like. For money making, it's people that are in the finance, so like Graham Stephan, people in the TikTok shop area as well. I've started getting into more as well. So a bunch of different things. It just depends on what I'm really looking into watching at that time.
Do you collect anything?
No, I never really started for a while. Like these back here, they're like little action figures from the Back to the Future movies. I started collecting those for a while, but I only had two of them. But I really want to like introduce more of those, like the DeLorean and stuff, and just more characters from it. But I've got two of them right now. It's Doc and then Marty.
If you look
Yeah.
behind me, I have a little flux capacitor sign back
Yeah.
there. Yeah, in
Yeah.
my office at work, I have a little DeLorean in the corner too. So
Oh, that's so nice.
so I'm okay with the Back to Future stuff. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Share with us a little bit about your background as an entrepreneur. How did you get started down this route? And
hmm
what are some, let's not talk about TikTok just yet, but what are some of the other side hustles that you've done leading up to what you're doing now?
When I first started content creation, it was like 2015. I was like 15 years old. I'm gonna be 25 this year. So I started in 2015. I was just kind of diving into YouTube, like just with gaming stuff. I went into a bunch of different routes, like on like public social experience slash pranks and stuff. I did more gaming again. I try to dive into just like general YouTube tips. So I've always been doing like content creation, but it wasn't until TikTok came back or like it started coming up that I got into my gaming stuff. So that was my first real like big view of what you can make money with. So I grew TikTok to like over 250,000 followers for just gaming, and I was getting some, brand sponsorships and stuff like that. And so that was nice. But that was like there was like a limit, there was like a cap to it. I have to be there, I have to be making the videos, I have to be live streaming in order to get that money. And I don't really like that. Like I wanted something that would be more passive, like I make the video and then I'm gone. So I started getting introduced to more of these like UGC type videos, and there was an app that was called The Plug back then, like about a year and a half ago, that was really popular. So I got into it, and then when I found that, it was like now I started getting introduced to like $400 deals, like $300 deals, and I'm just making videos about these apps or these products. And then from there, I don't know who it was. I saw some YouTube video about the Amazon influencer program. Sorry, I'm gonna look at the camera here. I'm like looking at my computer screen. Um, but yeah, I started looking at videos about the Amazon influencer program, and at that time there was really no videos. When I started, it was February of 2023. Yeah, 2023. And at that time, it was just like Canna was doing videos, and Mercedes Gomez was just starting hers in February as well. So that kind of made me start looking into that. I started my YouTube channel like early on just to see maybe I'm gonna track my stuff. It'll keep me more focused. But the Amazon influencer program is really what kind of initiated my whole entrepreneur stuff. So that was a lot of like review videos similar to the TikTok shop, like we're going to talk about. But yeah, a lot of that was just my introduction to all the entrepreneurship and the online making of money. So that was really easy. It was like 30 to 60-second videos. I grinded for 3 to 6 months on just making a huge amount of videos, over 1,000 videos. And then now it's just like a passive recurring income. I'm not putting too much focus on it right now because I'm doing more TikTok shop stuff, and it's still generating like maybe 3 to 5,000 a month. So it's really nice that when you put that work up front, all of that on the back end is still recurring income. So that was my first introduction. Then now obviously the TikTok shop stuff.
One of the things that makes you a little bit different from a lot of these other influencers who are doing Amazon influencer, TikTok shop, and that is you do it, but then you're also teaching about it and you're also developing tools. So I know with Amazon influencer, you developed a Chrome extension. With TikTok shop, you manage a Facebook group. Why did you decide to do all these extra things instead of just focusing on the things that are making immediate money?
The thing is that I wanna have an ability to have multiple streams of income. Now, obviously, if Amazon and the tool that I've made are kind of tied together, but they're two different streams of income. So if for whatever reason I have a low month on Amazon, I'm still generating a more kind of consistent income based on that extension. So I wanted to have multiple streams of income for one. And then the second is just having the ability to learn something new, really test something new, and not just have my money sitting there. I want to kind of sort of invest it in something that I wanted to create. So I looked into like a developer software. I messaged a couple of people and then we got it created because I mean I have no idea how to make a software, but I have the idea of what I want to do. I just need to have somebody create it for me. So we did. It was kind of a struggle, but I mean now it's a little bit more stable. That's pretty much the biggest reason. And then at that time I was still working like my day job as a physical therapist assistant, but I always knew that like I want to do something online. I want to like have my own business. I want to be my own boss. So having those multiple streams of income would make me a little bit more confident in leaving that day job.
What had to be in place before you decided to go full time on as an entrepreneur?
So I actually just left last Friday, which is
Oh, wow.
like a couple of days ago, like 5 days ago. That was my last day. But I talked to my manager about it like a month prior. And I mean, he was really supportive about it, which was really nice. The things that I wanted to do was just like having those multiple streams of income, knowing that if one thing goes down, I have something else to fall back on.
Right.
And so right now I've got the extension, I've got the Amazon stuff. And the thing with Amazon, it's like it's there's no way that this thing is going anywhere anytime soon. They've opened it up to new countries. They keep investing more money into it. They keep promoting it more. You're seeing it on Facebook ads and stuff. So it's clear that this isn't going anywhere. And because other companies like Target and Walmart and Temu and all these other partners are making affiliate platforms as well, like it's pretty clear that this isn't going anywhere anytime soon. So even that in itself makes me more confident in the decision. And then at that time, I was already making a good amount of money. So I felt like I could go and be on my own, but I still wanted another stream of income. And obviously now TikTok has completely like taken over. So that was just like the huge step that I needed. And I was like, okay, yeah, no, we've got to just go full time into this. And we went into it and we're just starting out, so we'll see. And then we've also got the YouTube channel that finally got monetized, so that's cool.
Woohoo. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, let's transition into TikTok. So first, congratulations on leaving your job. That takes a lot of courage, even when you're
Yeah.
young, and that's a pretty big deal. You do have a lot of different streams of income coming in now, which is really cool. And the TikTok one, I know you've been crushing, but this is still pretty brand new. I mean,
It's very new.
we're just a few months in now. So
Right.
can you talk a little bit about how you first got into TikTok and
Mhm.
what did you do in those early stages? Because you seem to have success much sooner than a lot of people. So what kind of led
Right.
to that early success?
Yeah, so with TikTok, I mean, I've been using TikTok. Like I said, I've been doing my gaming stuff for a while since like 2020. Like so during that year, I started doing my gaming stuff, and that's kind of where I got into it. At that time, it was like a lot of like the Mr. Beast videos as well. So it's like learning how to get the hook, learning how to keep the pace of the video, a lot of things popping up, a lot of visuals. So that's kind of where I got my introduction to TikTok, understanding how to keep the viewer's attention in a short period of time. And that has really translated well over to these TikTok shop videos because it's really, really important to have those hooks, have the ability to engage the viewer throughout while making it not seem like an ad video. So a lot of those components that I learned early on from just the gaming stuff has translated over here to now the TikTok shop stuff. And it's been really nice because I know some people like this is their first time on TikTok. And so it's a little bit of a struggle for them to kind of understand those little components, like cut out the pauses and make sure that right as you start the video, you're already talking. Because some people like leave like a second before they talk, and by then they've already swiped. On TikTok, it's like 2 seconds and then the person's gone. So 1 second not talking is like a disaster. So you want to make sure you start immediately. But just little things like that that you kind of pick up over time has been really nice. Just having that experience in other ways.
And a lot of those things that you mentioned, I think your background with TikTok led to that. And I can kind of see the Mr. Beast influence where you're really good at hooks. You're really good at multiple like shots and making sure that the cuts are quick. That's something that's I'm a dinosaur, man. And so for me, that's not natural. Going from Amazon influencer to this TikTok style has been very difficult for me. I've been watching your videos and you talk about all those things and even show
Yeah.
examples. So let me plug this now before I forget. If you haven't yet subscribed, it's Rich Input at YouTube.
Yeah.
And your tutorial videos, honestly, right now you are the face of TikTok Shop because there is not a
Thank you.
place there's not a person on the platform that teaches it better. Well, and you're having success. So we know that what you're doing is working. I have a few questions that have to do with that success because what I've seen, I've made 30 videos and I've
Hmm.
sold one product,
Okay.
but that one product has 3 videos. And so that's very different from Amazon, where on Amazon, you'll make 1 or maybe 2 videos. With
Hmm.
TikTok Shop, if you have a product that's starting to sell, you can make 10 videos on it. You can make as much as you
Yeah.
want and it doesn't hurt. But how do you find that video in the first place? How do you find the video that's going to sell or that has the potential to sell?
With doing the Amazon influencer program, I really learned that you got to look at the reviews on Amazon. You got to see what the customer wants, what they didn't like, so that you can kind of use those components in your TikTok videos. So even in the Amazon influencer program, I personally would do multiple videos. People don't like that, but Amazon does encourage it. They're like doing unboxing, do a review, do like a setup. So I'm like, I'm doing all of that. I'm trying to take up all the carousel space. So I would do that, and that kind of started translating over to my TikTok videos, just things that I learned in there, like if I'm doing an unboxing video, what should I say? If I'm doing a setup video, how should I do this? And honestly, the biggest thing is just looking at other viral videos. Like there's so many different viral videos here on TikTok for every product. And it doesn't even have to be the product that you're reviewing. Like if I'm doing, let's say a dog leash was one of my most popular videos, I can look at something like a cologne video or something like I don't know, what else is there? Like a charger video. I want to see how they did their hook. I want to see how they did their call to action and see if I can implement those strategies even on a product that's not the same. So a lot of it has just been me scrolling through TikTok or using other sites that kind of show me those viral videos, just doing those things to learn something new, try something new. And then I've got a whole notebook where I'm just writing different hooks. I'm copying and pasting different TikToks that caught my attention. Even if I'm just scrolling through like on my normal TikTok feed. So there's something about me, like I just have different TikTok accounts and different YouTube accounts for what I'm interested in. So I've got a TikTok account where I'm just kind of scrolling for entertainment. But even then, like when I'm just scrolling, if something catches my attention, I'm gonna like pause the video, I'm gonna like it, and then I'm gonna like copy it and share that link over to my OneNote. So later on, I can look back on it and see, okay, this caught my attention. Why did it catch my attention? How can I implement that into a TikTok shop video?
Actually, in one of your videos recently talked about how to get into the back end as an
Yeah.
Amazon or as a TikTok seller. And so you
Hmm.
can see what other viral videos are doing. And
Yeah.
it's funny, when I did that, the first person I went and saw was yours.
Yeah. That
I
thing's
like
been that's been so good.
so you can learn a lot by watching these other viral videos. And obviously what you're doing is working. I know you've had 5-figure months
Hmm.
right off the bat. And it feels like you were able to make money faster on this platform than anything you've tried before. Why
Oh,
do you
for
think
sure.
that is? Why has TikTok gone so viral so quickly?
Yeah, I think it's just the amount of eyeballs on TikTok itself. So with something like Amazon, they're there to purchase a product, which is good because you have a higher likelihood of conversion. But the thing is, you're very limited because you're also competing with the 4 other people on the carousel on the top, and then like 7 or 10 on the bottom. So there's a lot of people competing for just one product, and people are already there to watch the video or not watch a video, but to buy a product. So the first video they see on there is most likely what they're already going to buy after they watch it. Probably not going to watch all 10 or all 15, whatever they are. Whereas on TikTok, people are just scrolling for entertainment. So they're just there to watch something. And that's why it's really important to make your ad or your TikTok shop video seem like it's part of that entertainment feed. And it's just the ability to reach all those new eyeballs. And the fact that TikTok for a while was even promoting more of those shop videos, it seems like now maybe not so much, but some videos still really pop off just for having that shop link. But a lot of it also is just the brands themselves. Like they're more willing to promote that video if you start generating a couple sales. And that's just something that when you start seeing, maybe I got a sale, maybe I got 2 sales, I got 10 sales, like you need to reach out to that brand, contact the seller and be like, hey, do you want my Spark Ads code? And if they do, then you're about to get a whole stream of free views, a whole stream of extra sales. So it's just you taking on that authority of knowing that there's a lot of eyeballs on the platform and utilizing those resources to your benefit, really.
Now, on this platform, working with brands is something that's a little bit foreign to me, and I think a lot
Hmm.
of people coming on. This is a new thing where you can request samples
Yeah.
and you're getting inundated. Even I mean, I'm not very successful on the platform, but I'm still getting dozens of messages all the
Yeah.
time. Do you even sort through those at all? Do you
Oh,
work
for sure.
with brands that you didn't know before? So is that taking a lot of time? What does that look like for you?
Um, yeah, unfortunately, it does take a little bit of time because the TikTok software is like a little slow sometimes. Like I click in the message and I click out and it's like slow. It like makes me go all the way to the top of the salads and stuff. And so it takes a little bit of time. I wish it was a little bit more streamlined and I can do more filters. But the thing is, I still scroll through it. Like I've got I don't know, probably like 1,000 unopened messages because it just takes forever to try to open each one. Personally, like I'm a sucker for like a nice name, a nice picture as their profile picture. So I kind of go to those first. If it's like a bunch of numbers and letters, I'm like, "Ah, I'll pass on that for now." But yeah, so if they got a nice name, a nice picture, I click on it, and then I'll go into like what the products they have available. And most times, at least now, I've got a little bit more leverage. So if it's like a 10% product, I'll be like, "Yo, if you let me make like 2 to 3 videos, I'll can you add like 5% or 10% to the normal commission?" And a lot of times they say yes because most people only offer to make one and it's for the flat commission percentage as they already said. But you can utilize your views and your sales that you've made because they can see that. Like you were talking about, we can see the whole back end stuff. We can see how much creators are making. That's the same thing that the sellers are seeing. So they're seeing that you're generating those views and those sales, and they'll be more likely to give you that ability to increase your own commissions.
For me, this is part of it's kind of intimidating on the TikTok shop that there can be so much communication with sellers and the nature of that communication where you can negotiate different things. It's really different from coming over from Amazon where you might communicate with sellers, you might do sponsored
Yeah.
videos, but my experience and I'd love to know if yours has been different. With Amazon, if you're doing a sponsored video, the likelihood of those videos going viral on Amazon is very low.
Yeah.
On TikTok, I don't know, like are your most viral videos ones that you found on your own and just did the video, or are they things that someone reached out to you, gave you a sample product and it just worked out that those ones went viral? What has been your experience with that?
For Amazon, really, yeah, like you said, a lot of the products that you're receiving are some products that have 0 ratings or they've got less than 100 ratings. A lot of times they're like really basic products. There's nothing crazy. So for those, like I definitely focus more on just like a flat fee of them paying me because I know I'm more than likely not going to get any sales. But the thing is, even on TikTok, like if you see a product that you like and you think has potential to go viral and you think that you can make it go viral, like what regardless of whether it has like 1 review, 2 reviews, or no reviews, like I'm more likely to do a review on that because I feel like I can create a couple videos and see and maybe make it go viral. On TikTok, it's a little bit different than what I would do on Amazon. On TikTok, I like as of now, I'm not requesting like flat fees or anything because it's going to be more on me to make that product go viral. So like my pillow video that I created, that one has been crazy for me. And that one, when I first hopped on it, it was like, I don't know, maybe like less than 500 ratings or something like that. So it was pretty low. Right now it's probably like over in the thousands. But yeah, that one was pretty good. And then the other one was like a lunchbox that I did. That one I found just like scrolling through the Calidata. I don't really use Calidata anymore though, so I don't want to talk about it too much. But yeah, most of the products I find now really are just scrolling on the TikTok shop feed or just kind of looking at my inbox messages on TikTok. It just depends. Yeah.
Well, and I think that's significant because we're on a lot of other platforms using all the tools out there, being able to take a real analytical approach makes a lot of sense. With TikTok, I think you just developed the skills really quickly, learned how to find different things, how to edit in different ways. So let's talk about that process just a little bit here. I know you've already made a bunch of videos about how to create the hook, how to make a call to action, focusing on scarcity. For someone who's new in TikTok shop, what are the one or two things that you think make the biggest difference in their videos?
First of all, it would be like lighting and audio for sure. So regardless of your pacing or anything like that, if somebody scrolls onto your video and it's like such a dark room and your audio sounds like you're underwater or something, like they're just gonna scroll by. They're not gonna stay. So the two most important things are just have good lighting, have good audio. If you're going to film and you don't have like a light box like I've got here, like just film it during the daytime. Open up one of the curtains and film next to your window so that you have that natural sunlight or daylight. Things like that are just very minor changes that visually will just catch more attention. So apart from that, it's just some of the other basic things like cutting any spaces. A lot of people are doing voiceovers, and as they're talking, they have a long pause. And that's just, people are just going to scroll away. Like they don't have the patience on TikTok. They're coming from like 10 different videos where it was just like nonstop action, nonstop entertainment. And now you're here like reading a book to them basically. So you want to just have that pacing down. You want to cut out those pauses and just start your intro with a good hook. Like reach out to those people that you're trying to sell to. If you're trying to sell to a pet product, then say, if you're a dog owner, if you're a cat owner, like target that population that you're seeking. Don't try to target everybody because you're going to target nobody. So just focus on who you're trying to sell to.
Really great advice. If people want to learn more about the TikTok shop, you have a great library plus a great community. I know the YouTube channel is Rich Input. The Facebook community has a long title, so I don't even know what it is. Just search for
That's on
TikTok.
TikTok shop affiliate program community for creators.
Yeah, it's a long one. But even if you just search for TikTok, it's going to pop up. Is it the biggest Facebook community? Probably.
No. It's
really?
Probably it's like in the top 5 probably.
Yeah, it's a good one, and you do a great job moderating that, which I'm sure takes a lot of time. Are there any other places that people can go to learn, or should we stick to those 2 places?
Right now it's just the YouTube channel, and the Facebook is really where I'm all at. So if you guys want to check that out, that's where I'll be.
You do want to check it out, and you want to do it now because it's good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing what you have today. I'm going to keep learning from you because this is making a difference for me. And I think it's life-changing money for people who actually implement what you do. So really appreciate what you've put out onto the internet.
Yeah. And yeah, one last thing I want to say about TikTok is like, I get a ton of messages and people being like discouraged because of the results that they're seeing from other people. But the thing is, you got to just stay consistent with it. Like, it's not going to be an overnight thing. I know it might seem like it based on some people's results, but really it's just a grind. You got to keep in mind some people, like including myself, other people in the Facebook group, like we've been doing content creation for years. So even though we just started a month ago, we've got years of experience and years of understanding how to engage the viewer, how to hook a viewer, how to naturally put in a call to action. So we've got a ton of experience and things like that, knowing angles, knowing how to, different strategies to keep that pace in the video. So just know that although it might seem like we've got quick results, we've got a ton of back-end year experience that we're trying to teach to you guys now in these Facebook groups. So just know that you got to stay consistent. You got to keep trying something new, keep learning, and yeah, just keep studying other creators. But definitely a great opportunity and take advantage of it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks, Ruben.
Thank you.